Hello, welcome to the show. Find a seat, grab a snack, cozy up with a loved one, or a cat, whatever. This is a judgment-free zone, my boys. Well, mostly judgment-free. Wildly enough, we actually have a pretty large European audience, and in the interest of making the world of motorcycles accessible, even to the most beginner of riders, today we're gonna hop the pond and look into the world of licensing. You see, kids, our Euro bros don't have the luxury of getting a license at 16 and being able to hop on any old motorcycle they're choosing. A Turbo Busa, perhaps, at tender age 16? No, they are restricted to mopeds and 50cc vehicles. Yes, I said vehicles because I have to, legally. Because at 50 cc's or less, are you even talking about motorcycles at that point? I'm just not sure that something with the equivalent horsepower of a lawnmower should hold the title of motorcycle, but I digress. Weep not, my sweet baby yams, because at the ripe old age of 17, European riders are eligible to ride their little hearts out on what are known as A1 machines. A1 motorcycles are vehicles up to 125 cc's with a max output of about 15 horsepower. Maybe that sounds a bit limiting, but being able to go up to 125 cc's actually gives European riders a pretty large selection to choose from. To help narrow that selection down, I have traveled the world and trudged through the motorcycle mines to find 7 of the best A1 motorcycles out there. And as a quick note, we would do cool exhaust sounds for you guys to check out on these bikes, but to be honest, they're all farty and buzzy little single-cylinder bikes, and are all basically sounding the same, so I will spare your eardrums and mind the pain of having to listen to them. Up first is the incredibly affordable Lexmoto Hawk. It rings in at 1,999 pounds and is a great beginner bike. That's its price, not its weight. If it weighed 2,000 pounds, we would have a problem if it had a single-cylinder engine. The style is reminiscent of modern Ducati models, and it's got pretty much all you need in motorcycles. For 2,000 pounds, you get to ride away on a fuel-injected 4-stroke single-cylinder motorcycle with a twin-spar frame, inverted forks, and wavy disc brakes. It definitely sounds like this bike should cost more, but you'll get everything you'd find on a Yamaha or even an Aprilia for less than half the price. The catch? All those savings had to be procured somehow, and while you'll save a lot on the immediate purchase, don't expect to ride off on the Lexmoto with the same quality rumble between your legs as you would if you ponied up for a bigger name. There's something inherently wrong with the quality and reliability of the Hawk, just don't go into it thinking you're buying a Cadillac when you're really shopping a Kia. You know what I'm saying? Bike number 2 is the Ryuju RS3 125. If you're an American rider, don't worry if you don't recognize this incredibly difficult to pronounce brand. They aren't available here in the States, so you'll have to park one of these at your vacation home in Europe if you want one. These Spanish-made beauties are moderately priced at 3,500 pounds, which for my US viewers is around $5,000, so about the same as a competitively priced pre-loved machine. It's a shame that in Europe you spend $5,000 and you get 125 cc's versus a whole lot of FZ07 over here, but I digress again. You've got a choice with the RS3. You can go with the 50cc or the 125cc. It's a solid machine that gets its power from a Minarelli Yamaha engine, so the quality is there. Throw in some sexy fairings that look like you're about to kick some ass on the track, and you've got a solid choice, my dudes and dudettes. Oddly enough, way more European women ride motorcycles than ladies over here in the US. I don't know how we got our hands on that as a cultural thing, but it's a virally or sexually transmitted someone hook a brother up. Just kidding. Papa Yam may be as smooth as a set of golden eggs, but mama didn't raise no fool. I keep it wrapped tighter than a hentai hornet, you'll have to cough on me or something instead. This is getting weird. Moving on. Bike number 3 is the Honda MSX 125, also known as the Grom. The Honda MSX 125 is a fun little number with emphasis on little. They're known as the Groms here stateside, so you might be familiar with this miniaturized sport bike. More like a child's motorcycle than something you'd see an adult on, but hey, we've established that size is the only thing that matters here, right? The MSX was released in 2013 and somehow became a cult classic, kind of like smart cars or Mini Coopers. They have a devout following that people outside the cult just don't understand. The wheels on the MSX are 12 inches. Let me say that again. Groms have 12-inch wheels. 12 inches. Overall, they're actually a really solid bike and a good choice for A1 riders because they come in at 125 cc's and are surprisingly a lot of fun to ride. Now, I imagine they would be terrifying to ride on an interstate while lane splitting between 18-wheelers, but for in-town, they're fun, reliable, and priced reasonably. The size also makes them ideal for smaller riders, but I do question whenever you jump onto a bigger bike if you're gonna have a good time doing it. Now, this video is all about saving coin. A1 bikes are light on the wallet and on the scale, and those savings savings will be well served inside of today's sponsor, Ridge Wallets. Ridge has been supporting and helping us out here for over 8 months now, which is pretty cool. They've got the world's finest minimal wallet for you to pick up, and if you don't believe me, I rock one myself. For a limited time, fans of the Yam can hit the link below and use the code Yammie at checkout to rock the finest in metal wallet craftsmanship. Their RFID blocking, literally bulletproof, and will last you a lifetime. So again, help the channel out, hit that link below to cop your Ridge wallet, and you can use the code Yammie to save yourself 10% off. Now let's keep this boat a-rowing. Honda's taken another spot on today's list with bike number 4, the Honda CB125R. The CBR line is pretty popular anywhere you can get your hands on a Honda, but in 2018 they added the CB125R to the Neo Sports Roadster family. Think of it as the little brother in the family, the little brother who just happens to be loaded with a sporty chassis, full-color TFT screens, and that lovable funky look that comes with being so dang practical and ergonomic. The CB125R is about 4,000 pounds, money, not in weight, remember? And it is a solid competitor for the KTM Duke. So let's go ahead and take a peek at bike number 5, the KTM 125 Duke. The Duke is the stylish version of the CB125R. It's about 200 pounds more expensive, but it's an upright naked roadster, and that's pretty cool for getting around town. It's a great bike. It looks sporty, but handles perfectly for a novice rider. It's not the cheapest option for an A1, but it's not the most expensive either. It's got the bells and whistles of a full screen display and LED lights, and it's punchy. Nimble bikes like the Duke are great for all types of riders, and for that price point, this one is among the best for A1s. I prefer the more upright style of the Duke as opposed to a super sport style motorcycle because it's just easier to maneuver around town. On that note, let's check out what Suzuki has to offer for bike number 6, the Suzuki GSX R125. This one's pretty new, but it shot up in popularity pretty quick. It's Suzuki's first 4-stroke 125cc Sportster, and even though this is considered a learner bike, it looks like it's ready to hit the track for MotoGP. It's light and responsive and definitely one of the hardier bikes out there for A1 riders, and it slides in at about 4,000 pounds, 4,200 if you want the MotoGP replica blue livery. Aprilia and Yamaha offer a step up for A1 riders, but those extras are going to cost you. The most expensive bike on this list is bike number 7, the Aprilia RS125. Not only is it the most expensive bike on the list, but it is arguably the most popular 125 Sportster out there. The RS125 comes in at around 5,000 pounds, so it's pretty pricey for a 125cc bike, but it's also totally worth it. The RS is the sportiest machine out there that usually falls into a learner category, and even with the 4-stroke upgrades, this baby is still a screamer. It's essentially a miniature RSV4 superbike that's been fitted with the best of everything. But as is usually the case, for a few hundred pounds more, you can get the ultimate upgrade and take home a replica trim edition with racer livery. I did mention that Yamaha offers an upgraded experience for A1 riders, so let's go ahead and add a bonus bike to this list because I'm a giver, a believer in treating my baby yams to the finer things in life. Bike number 8, the Yamaha YZF R125. The YZF is marginally less expensive than the Aprilia RS125, and I do mean marginally. Considered a 125 Sportster, the YZF pays tribute to the great Lord Rossi himself, or at least it looks like it does, and that's close enough for me. You'll be surprised at the ergonomics on this little 125. It is pretty committed. It's been around for just over a decade. The fun, easy-to-handle motorcycle is one of the best-selling learner bikes of all time. If you're lucky enough to have any of the bikes we talked about today, let us know. Drop a comment and tell us all about your 125cc death machines. If I've missed one of your favorites, let me know as well. There are tons of great options out there, and it's pretty difficult to narrow it down to just 8 bikes, but streaming services just aren't ready for the lengthy video it would take to keep all of my favorites in one place. Also, psst, hey kid, yeah you've made it this far into the video, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. You wanna know the best way to interact with Papa Yam on a near daily basis? Go check out our Patreon. It started out as a beginner bike giveaway, and we still do that. We got the KTM RC390 up for grabs, an A2 bike, not an A1 bike, but really, it's grown to be one of the best communities for motorcyclists on the internet. Imagine a safe place you can come and learn about bikes, ask questions, see exclusive content, and hang out with me. That's what our Discord server is. It's a chat room you can access on desktop or mobile, works just like Slack or TeamSpeak. Join over 620 members who have signed up. We've got channels specifically for new riders, bike purchases, memes, and more. Oh yeah, you get additional chances to win the bike, and you're automatically entered to win for free. You'll get access to live streams, polls to help us decide what to do to the bikes, exclusive content, and more. We also do weekly $100 gift card drawings for our members. Watch our weekly It Came From Craigslist videos to see how that works. So join us in creating the best exclusive motorcycle community on the internet. Hit the link below or go to patreon.com/YammieNoob to get started. Thanks for hanging out. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. I've got some cool stuff in our Discord server and over on my Instagram. Check out the links in the description below. If you voted for our Turbo Busa merch, congratulations, your dreams are now a reality. I'll catch you guys next time. See you later. Fact. Forrest Fenn, an art dealer and author I've never heard of, hid a treasure chest in the Rocky Mountains that's worth over $1 million. It still hasn't been found, and I'm wondering if someone left out a keyword, like allegedly. Goodbye.